One of the strongest and most articulate leaders of his generation, the Tiferet Shlomo, was once traveling through Poland and came to rest in Krakow for Shabbat. The rabbi of Krakow greeted him with open arms and asked him to sit down and break bread with him to talk. And as is the tradition amongst our people, when two or more Jews sit down for a meal, words of Torah are exchanged, not just between the two individuals this time, but between the entire community. And as they were sitting and they were eating and they were enjoying the company of one another, the rabbi of Krakow turned to his guest and said, "Would you please give us a word of Torah?" And so the Rabbi Shlomo stood up and said, this week's Torah portion is all about the consuming fire that ate up Nadav and Avihu, the two sons of Aaron. Why were they consumed? They were consumed because they did not advocate for the people. What they did was they entered into the Holy of Holies, and they wanted to exercise their own spiritual energy, their own strength, in appealing to God. For this reason alone, because they did not do so for the sake of their community, they did for the sake of only themselves. They were not fit to be leaders of the community. And that's when Rabbi Shlomo turned around to his host and said, "Rabbi, do you know why you were elected leader, rabbi of this community here in Krakow?" The rabbi remained silent, and he said, "Let me tell you. You're here not to decide whether a spoon is kosher or not. You're not here to decide whether a piece of meat is fit to be eaten or not. You're not even here to arbitrate between two people who come to you with a case to be decided who is right and who is wrong. Virtually anybody could do that. You're here for a far higher purpose. The reason that you are elected Rabbi of Krakow is to elevate the community, is to appeal both to God and the community itself, to urge for its highest level of functionality, to make sure that the welfare of the people is raised, to ensure that their prosperity is raised, to ensure that their level of spirituality is also raised. This is truly your function as rabbi of the community. Otherwise, anybody could do the job. This is why Nadav and Avihu were consumed, because they were only interested in themselves. They were only interested in their own traffic, in their own path in life. A true leader has his people's interest at heart, most of all. And in that sense, aren't we all? Aren't we all leaders of either a macro or micro community? And the way that we treat one another, the wishes that we have to bring to our people, ultimately make up who we are, the dynamic, the best of the people that consider not themselves first, but reach out with their hearts and their hands to the fellow human being. Shabbat Shalom.